Heart Rules Me, I just wanted to show you what I've been up to over the last few weeks. I've been trying to increase my skill set and have some fun in the process, really. I've just been to a mono printing workshop at the Minor Oak co-working space in Nottingham with the lovely Claire, I believe her name was, although I am terrible with names, so apologies there. I will try and link her page below. It was a fantastic workshop. It was very, very, very reasonable. It was a mere £10 for 2 hours. Bless her heart. She is such a nice lady. She's so patient. She's so nice. She gets so enthusiastic about printing and art, and her work is absolutely beautiful. So what we did was we had I want to say Perspex. There were Perspex ones, but we used acetate. So we had acetate sheets, clear blank acetate sheets, and we used black ink, and we rolled it with a brayer, and we spread out all the ink. And then I turned my paper over like this, and I actually had a printout. It was a Kingfisher, and I drew over top of the picture just because I could, and that created the black mark here. Then, after we'd created that black mark, we cleaned everything off, and then I used, I cut out the letters for Believe and for Fly. You can only just see them on this, but in my head, it's okay. That was the look that I was going for. Actually, I do really love it. So I cut out my letters. I inked my new clean acetate with blue ink. I then put my letters back to front, because you have to put them back to front. So Believe and then Fly. And then I took this, which only had my black outline, and I put it on top, and then I rubbed and used my brayer to go over top. And this is the effect that I got, which I'm really pleased with. Oh, sorry. I'm really pleased with. And then this is another piece that I created, which again had a lot of blue on the background. And I actually I used water, just a loaded water paintbrush, and just took away some of the edges there. I'm not sure how much I like it. I think I like to play, but that was another one. And then, well, whilst I was cleaning, do you remember I said that I started with black ink? Whilst I was cleaning that acetate off, I was left with this. So all the black bits on here was me putting the paper down before I'd done any printing on it, and that's the marks that it made, and then I put it to one side to dry. Then I did the Believe. I did move up the letters, and I also went over top of the letters. So, you know, I said that I inked the entire acetate sheet with blue ink. Then I put down Believe back to front. Then I got another acetate sheet to the side, rolled out some pink ink, used that brayer then to go over top of the letters, which were upside down, and then, which left this mark here. Can you see this pinky purpley mark here? And then I printed. So you literally just turn it over and you use your brayer and you go over top really, really hard, and that's what you got and what I got. So I thought that I could use that in a journal. So these should be dry now. These are my letters, which I'm going to use anyway. They actually still feel tacky, so I'm going to be really careful with those. I might just get a paper towel and just go over top of those. But these were my letters, which I will use in a journal too. And this was my stencil that I eventually cut out and used. So what else did I get? Not loads. It was only 2 hours. I had really good fun. I love Believe. I love the blue Fly. So what I did there was, when I had finished everything, I took off the letters Fly, and then they'd left this really dense blue outline. So that was the print that I got off of that, which I was really chuffed with. This was my first attempt when I did the blue and the letters were all over. And it's really light, but I really love it. And I'm not going to get that from anywhere else. And I just think that folded into the middle page of a journal, my own journal, obviously, will be really great. It just adds a little something. I'll be honest, I don't know that I'm going to invest in all the kit to do it myself. here's the one with the letters and then the bird. I just love how, obviously I haven't got in very well with my brayer and the ink's getting really light now. So just this white outline here, I absolutely love it. But again, in the middle of a journal, it's gonna look great. Yeah, I was saying, I'm not sure if I'm gonna invest in all of the kit myself. I'm certainly gonna look out for some more of Claire's workshops because I really enjoyed them. But I just thought it was great. Again, just the same, just an extra one. Oh, this is where I flicked the letters off because they're blue and they've got that blue outline. Yeah, so I flicked the letters off. And I also took, I'm trying to think now, I'm not sure if I took the bird off or not. It doesn't look like I did it? But then I didn't start with the bird initially, I just added the bird afterwards. So that might be why. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you that quickly. Oh, one last one. Excuse me. Tracing paper. I absolutely love this. Just so beautiful. I'm allowed to say that about my own work. I love it. What's the point in creating if you don't like what you create? Anyway, my other workshop that I've been doing is, excuse me, I went to an embroidery workshop for botanicals with a very lovely lady. I will link her below. I'm trying to think what her name is. I don't know, you go to these workshops, but you don't really say the person's name very often. And I don't want to offend anybody. I think it was Lisa, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I will put the link below. So we created these embroidery frames. When we got there, the frame was ready to go. We just chose which colours we liked, and we had skeins of, I think skein's the right word. Is that the right word? Of threads. Just usual embroidery thread, really. Nothing hugely fancy. And we had the option of hand drawing, or there were some stencils. And I'll be honest, I did use a stencil. So I stenciled with a pencil through and drew on what I wanted to add. And this is the first time I've done any embroidery for a very, very long time. And then I think the only embroidery I have really ever done was at school. And maybe once I might have done something for my mum for Mother's Day with my daughter. So we used lots of different techniques, just stitching up, and that was just coming back through. These are French knots, believe it or not. I told you I've only done it once before. And these are all French knots in here. But the point of me doing this one was I thought that I could add something like this to my journals. So I could just get some scraps of material and then just create some. I love these are absolutely beautiful, and put them onto gift tags and things like that. So that's why I did that one. And then the last thing that I've been doing, and I'm going this afternoon, it's a 6-week course. I happened upon it because I went to a button making jewellery button making workshop at my local library, which had to be cancelled because I was the only person that turned up. I can work with buttons. To be honest, I just wanted to do something and get out of the house. But don't be sad because it was cancelled, because as I sat there, the lady said, "I'm really sorry, I think we're going to have to cancel the course." And I said, "Oh, okay, that's sad, but never mind. Isn't it a shame that people don't turn up, especially when they've booked on, etc., etc. We all know how that feels." And she said, "Well, do you drive?" "Yep." "Well, how about you come to this library this afternoon, and I am teaching people how to make lace." So I'm on a 6-week lace making course where I hand create my own lace that I will most definitely be adding to journals, whether they're my journals or journals that I sell. And although it is quite expensive, because you've got the lace making pillow, you've got all the little, now, bobbins, see? Bobbins sounds much better than dangly bits. We're using plastic ones, but obviously you can get absolutely beautiful bobbins. And depending on where in the country and where in the world you get your bobbins from, depends on whether they're made of plastic, wood, whether they're plain wood with little beads at the end, and what colour they are. So you have to buy the pillow, £20 odd. The bobbins, they vary. So I'm just trying to weigh it up, because you can go out and buy some beautiful lace, but how amazing would it be for me to say that I've created all the lace in my journals and the tags and things, is I've handmade those. And it wouldn't take very long, because you only use really tiny pieces, unless of course you were going to do a closure, but that would be worth it anyway in the end. So I'm making lace. So I think today we might finish, we're doing leaves, so we're doing petals in a flower. At least that's the aim, but I won't ever bind the flower together. I will keep petals separate. So if I finish a petal today, I might ask if I can bring it back and show you. And then if I do manage to do that, I will pop a picture in the comments. Okay, I've waffled on for ages and ages. Sorry about that, guys. Just wanted to share with you what I was doing. I hope everybody's well. Please subscribe and share. And if you've got any comments or any recommendations of what I do, or what I do next, then please let me know. Or just so you know, can't knit, can't crochet, can't actually sew anything, like to create anything. But I can silver make, I can jewelry make, I can use paper crafts, I can make sugar flowers, I can do some mixed media work, although I'm just starting dabbling in that area. So yeah, if you can recommend anything that's really good fun that I can add and supplement my journals with, because the plan is that I'm going to go into schools and I'm going to take this work with me, and I'm going to inspire some young people, bring some happiness back, bring some learning that is not attached to a number that can be compared with anybody else. You can spot that little bee in my bonnet. There's something to be said for academic learning, but there's everything to be said about learning that doesn't involve comparison with others, and it's for well-being. That's what I'm all about, crafting for well-being. Okay, so I'll stop yabbering now. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye.